Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Medicare Millennials, channel where we try to help encourage you new and struggling agents to stick it out because the Medicare opportunity is big. We're going to chronicle our journey as we go along. We share a bunch of tips, tricks, strategies, can even do a deep dive into training from time to time. My name's Kenny Lamons. I'm here in the Fort Worth area. Again, today's video is about if I could tell myself one thing to focus on in my first year of insurance, looking back, if I could whisper in my own ear the first day I got licensed, what would be my number one focus? And I think this is huge for not only brand new agents, but also struggling agents who just haven't quite broke through that first glass ceiling. And it doesn't matter if you do Medicare, final expense, term life, annuities, you go down the list, this principle is going to apply to any insurance agent out there who's struggling or new. So jump right into it. If I could tell myself one thing, I would say, Kenny, focus 95% of your effort and energy the entire first year, or at least some time limit. Maybe that's 6 months, maybe that's a year and a half, depending how fast you get the ball rolling and break through that glass ceiling. But spend 95% of your energy and effort during that first year doing three things. Number one, learn how to generate or purchase high quality leads. And that you could learn that from a mentor, or you might have to trial and error it, but you've got to find your niche, your consistent lead source. Maybe that's cold door knocking, as long as it's a high quality, high return activity for you. It could be direct mail, it could be Facebook generated, it could be organic, it could be a friend of a friend of a friend. However you want to do it, you need to niche down and focus and spend the time, money, effort, get the advice that you need to find a consistent, duplicatable, sustainable lead flow. Number two, you need to run as many appointments as humanly possible. Look, we all have our limits before we burn out. I know some folks that smoke my production. Why? Do they know? Is there a magic trick? No, they run a lot more appointments. If I could go back to my first year, I would have just said, Kenny, put your head down and see as many people as you can. Even run those leads that you don't feel as strong about, because you need to be building a foundation. So run as many appointments as possible. And the third thing is really just to build, a foundation of your sales skills and your sales process and your product knowledge. Look, you can read a book all day long, and maybe you learn that way. That's great. You can take as many certification tests as you want. You can watch as many YouTube videos as you want. At the end of the day, you will not be an excellent insurance agent, excellent broker, agency builder, whatever it is you're out there doing, until you've put your boots on the ground and built a foundation from experience, from firsthand experience. That's when the aha moments come. That's when the business starts piling up, building a book of business. That's when you really learn in the trenches the difference and the nuances between products. So a recap there, the three things I'd focus on: generating high quality leads, buying. I purchase my leads. I've been down the road of generating my own. It's for some people, not others. As long as you have a sustainable, consistent lead flow, see a lot of people your first year and focus on sales process, product knowledge, and get that through experience from your appointments. I heard this one time, I didn't come up with this, but it's like a skyscraper. When they first start building a skyscraper, you typically just see a fence all the way around, a big hole in the ground. And maybe several months later, you see a thick concrete foundation. And then maybe a few months later, you see some metal structure going into that foundation. And then all of a sudden, just a few months later, the thing's 50 stories high. You've got to work on digging that hole and building that foundation that only comes through lots of at-bats, run lots of appointments. So after your first year is when you can start to taper down maybe one level and spend a little bit more time weekly or daily doing other activities. I'm a little bit extreme on this. I don't even think you should be too focused on a CRM, a website, new product lines. Cross-selling should be something you learn early on, but not something you focus on. I mean, even managing your book of business doesn't really matter until you build some semblance of a book of business. So spend that first year focusing on the 3 points we talked about, and then taper off. Pick one thing at a time. You know what? I plug all my clients into an Excel spreadsheet. It's probably time now. It's 9, 12, 18 months in. I've got some income. I'm confident. Now I can spend a few extra hours every week, maybe putting that into a legitimate CRM that I pay for. Maybe now I've got the time, money, and energy to spend in building a website. Maybe now I incorporate that other product line that I've always wanted to cross-sell, and I have a little bit of a book of business to start with. But none of those things help you break through the glass ceiling as a new insurance agent. You've got to focus on what brings in the dollars and builds your foundation and your experience. So I encourage all of you brand new agents and all of you struggling agents that just know the opportunities there but can't quite figure it out, to take what I said in the video and apply it. One of the best ways to do that, of course, is always to find a mentor and have good partnerships, strategic partnerships, whether that's your IMO, agency, business partner, that can maybe help you speed that process up, okay? But that's what I would tell myself. This video, if I wish I could go back in time 5.5 years ago, watch it, and this alone, this one video would have changed the entire trajectory of my career. You can't go back and change things, but hopefully this finds you well, those of you out there that are brand new and just need a little bit of a push here. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you guys have questions, you can email me directly or Ethan. Or if you just have general comments, we love when you put that below. It just kind of helps us know how we're doing and how you guys receive the content we're putting out. Catch you guys next time.